All right. Well, hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. And thank you all for joining us tonight. This is our health, wealth, and happiness call. And we love this call because we just love sharing stories and the passion we have for our products and our business that we're going to be talking about tonight. And the reason we are so passionate is because we have found a way to bring more health, more community, more connection, and also purpose and mission to our lives. We have been able to create a business around what we absolutely love, and we are just so excited to talk to you all about it tonight. So, to introduce myself, my name is Allison Fitzpatrick. I live in New Hampshire, and I have been with the Juice Plus Company now for almost 5 years. I'm coming on 5 years. And tonight, you're going to hear about our amazing products, why we love this business, and you're going to hear stories of inspiration that we hope will help you dream a little bit bigger and really see the vision of what this could possibly be for you. So we all know health is wealth, right? And when we're healthier, we're happier. And when we have more time freedom and more financial freedom, we're able to find happiness in the things that we want to do rather than the things that we have to do. I can tell you for me, I absolutely love helping people. I love seeing people be happier. I love connecting with people. And when I fell in love with the Juice Plus products, I couldn't help but want to share it with absolutely everyone. But not only has this business allowed me to help people in their health, but I'm also so thankful to be part of such a supportive community of like minded people who constantly just want to lift each other up. We call ourselves the Good Vibe Tribe because it's 100% accurate of really what this team radiates. So before I pass it on to talk about our products, I just wanted to quickly tell you about my product story because I that's what I'm super passionate about and the reason why I said yes to this business. Again, I have been on the products now for about 5 years. And when the products were introduced to me by Bekki, who was on this call, it was at a time in my life where I had already been on a health journey and I had been eating really healthy. I'd actually healed some chronic pain just by changing what I was putting into my body every day. But even though my pain was gone, my chronic pain was gone, I still didn't feel healthy. I was getting sick all the time. I was tired all the time. I had chronic sinus infections. I got mono when I was 39. I knew something was missing, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. So when I saw Bekki posting about Juice Plus, I got really curious and asked her about it. And she told me about the product. She told me about our Shred 10 program. And I was like, okay, I'm like, I got to give this a try. I knew that I was eating what I thought, quote unquote, was healthy. But I knew that I wasn't getting enough fruits and vegetables and enough plants into my body. So I had already gotten rid of gluten and dairy and all inflammatory foods, but I wasn't eating enough plants. So I decided to do the Shred 10 along with my husband. We got my kids on the Healthy Starts for Families. So my entire family got on it at the same time. My kids are now 16 and 17. And I can tell you that after that first 10 days, my energy went through the roof. And so I was getting up before my alarm. I was feeling really good. I was less bloated. And I knew then that if I felt that good after 10 days, I needed to just continue to start taking it. So 5 years later, here we are, still taking it every day. My husband takes it every day. My kids take it every day. And we've just noticed so many amazing changes. For me personally, um, energy again has continued. I have sustainable energy throughout the day. I used to be on high blood pressure medication. I was on high blood pressure medication for about 10 years. And after being on the products for 2 years, I was able to get off my high blood pressure medication and have been off for now for 3 years, which has been incredible. I love going to the doctor and them telling me, yep, it's still good. And it's just been fantastic. I have also noticed, less bloating, and I have not had a sinus infection now in 5 years. So it has been incredible for me. My health has been, I've never felt healthier. I've never felt better. My recovery from my workouts, my gas tank and my workouts, just overall, I just feel so much better and happier. My husband used to have IBS issues. He no longer has his IBS issues anymore. My kids, who grew up antibiotic kids, have not been on antibiotics now for 5 years, which is amazing. Like they don't really get sick anymore. No more ear infections, no more strep throat, no anything like that. Their immune systems as well have been incredible. And my son, who grew up a very constipated child all the time, we had issues upon issues with him when he was younger. after being on the products for 3 months, he has no longer had ever had any constipation issues as well. So we've just had so many amazing things, and which is why we kept taking it, and which is why I said yes to the business. And so I absolutely love these products. So I am going to pass the call on over to Stacy, my friend Stacy, who's actually going to take us through the products and tell us all about them.
Thank you, Allison. So my name is Stacy King, and I'm a physical therapist and a mom and a wife, and I live in Maryland, just outside DC. And I have been with the Juice Plus company for just over 4 years, almost 4.5. And to echo what Allison was saying, what are all these amazing products that her and her family have experienced? So that's what I'm here to do, to share with you. So we're going to start with these amazing powdered fruits, vegetables, and berries. And that's all that's in here. It's literally vine ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries. And what's important to note about that is when a vegetable or a fruit or whatever produce it is ripened on the vine, it means it's at the peak of freshness, which also means it has the most nutrients inside of it. So for example, I was at the grocery store on the weekend and I went to pick up some tomatoes, and the tomatoes were half green and half turning red. And that means they ripened in the store and on the truck, and you don't have as much nutrients in it. And in order to sustain and be healthy and try and keep your body balanced, you really want to have as nutrient dense food as possible into your body. So most of us are probably not getting enough fruits and vegetables into our diet. It's recommended around 9 to 13 servings, and that being your fist. And so to make life a little simpler, the companies developed these products, which are just that, vine ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries that have been pulverized and almost like a cold pressed juice into a capsule. So we're locking in as much of the nutrients as possible because they're grown by our own farmers and our plants are near there. And the other important thing to note about this is that the whole plant goes into the product. So when you're looking at the orange, for example, you're getting the seeds and the peel and everything that's edible, or not even edible, everything that's good for you that gives you more nutrients go into it. So that's what comes inside of these. What's really interesting is that it has actually a nutrition label on here. So that means the FDA looks at this as food, not a supplement. So just like you would go to the grocery store and get a bag of frozen broccoli, for example, that's what's in here. It's the same label. So this is food. This isn't to take the place of eating your fruits and vegetables. We still want you eating them, but this is going to bridge the gap between what you're getting every day and what you're supposed to be getting. So to start with that, what I love about our company is that it loves to give back. So Allison mentioned the Healthy Starts for Family product. So when an adult goes on the product, a child in that family can get free fruits and veggies for up to 4 years, providing the sponsoring adult stays on here. And this is amazing. Getting more plants into your kid. For those picky eaters who don't like, this is a great way to introduce more into their diet. And you might find over time that they start eating more. So we're getting the rainbow in everybody every day. So the next thing I want to go over is our omega. And this is a vegan omega. I'd like to just point that out. All of our products are vegan, but what's great about this omega is that it's a full spectrum omega. So it's omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, not just omega-3. And how it becomes vegan is that the fish actually has to eat the algae, and that's how the fish, the salmon, gets all that omega. So we bypass the fish, go right to the algae, and we source our own algae, which is important because if you're interested at all in sustaining our planet Earth, it takes about 4 pounds of fish to make 1 fish oil pill, and we don't do that. And we know that the water that our algae is grown in is clean, so we're not worried about contaminating the water. So those are our core 4 products, if you will. I'm quickly going to go over into our shakes here. And these are our macronutrients. A lot of people are familiar with that. These are your plants that include carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And we need these in order to have energy in our body and to do the things we need to do every day. So they come in yummy vanilla and chocolate. You can put them into smoothies, smoothie bowls, puddings, protein bites, pancakes. Ginny's on the call. Ginny's muffins are amazing. There's lots of things you can do with these that are just a good way to get a healthy, complete, meaning it has everything it needs in it to be a complete meal. So that's what's great about these guys. So when my family got started on all of these, also through the Shred 10 program, like Allison had mentioned, immediately I have felt better within those 10 days. I no longer have migraines. My daughter had some serious constipation issues. She doesn't have that anymore. We don't take allergy pills anymore. There's just been a plethora of, health benefits that we have all experienced since being on it. The last thing I want to go over is our tower garden, which is right behind me. So we all know, like I said, eating vine ripened is key. So when you have these added with growing your own indoors, which is where mine is now, or outdoors when it's finally starting to stay warm outside here at night, non-GMO, organic, herbicide free, pesticide free. There's nothing on here. And what's great about the tower garden is that you can grow 30% more food 3 times faster than traditional gardening in 10% of the space. So this is a great way to go. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to pass it on to Hilary, who's going to tell us a little bit about our business.
Hey everyone. So as much as I love these products, I love our business model even more. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Hilary Granite. I'm a physical therapist, IIN health coach, a mom of 9-year-old twin boys, and I've been part of the Juice Plus company for about 6 years. I also own my own PT clinic in DC. When I originally joined Juice Plus, I was looking for a way to make supplemental income and a way that I was not trading dollars for hours as I do as a physical therapist. I love the idea of having an additional source of income and that I was able to build this business in stolen moments while working my full-time job, while running my own business, and it was all around my family and kids. The business originally started as a backup plan for me. I always say my plan B, that's what we kind of call it. And because I never had a backup plan for my profession before this business. I used to think, what if I couldn't work? What if I got sick or injured? What if I wanted to go on an extended vacation? What if I was ready to retire? I would have never thought like all these what ifs that I used to think back in the day would have been happening to me this year, like to so many others of us. All the what ifs that could have actually happened to me and keep me from working as a physical therapist, I never expected or could have planned for what happened this past crazy year for all of us. Unfortunately, I had to close my PT business down for about 2 months last summer. And financially, it was devastating. And man, I have never been more grateful for this business because of it. This side hustle of mine has given me more choices and has made my family and my life so much easier because of it. So I love this business model, but I didn't start off that way. I had a lot of questions and skepticisms around this business model at first, as I'm sure some of you do as well. So I'm going to share about how the business works. And then I also want to kind of talk about some myths around the business that some people may have. So how does it work? The business is open to anyone who is 18 years old or older. It's called a virtual franchise, and it's only $52 a year to join. Pretty cheap. You will get your own virtual office, your own website, which will allow you to run your business from any device, anytime, anywhere, and in over 20 countries our products are. So if you want a global business, you can have it with this. All we do is simply share the Juice Plus products, and the company does the rest for us. They manufacture the products, they deliver, they bill and collect from our customers, and they pay us directly through direct deposit once a month. There's no inventory that we have to keep. The only products that we touch are our own, and then there's no quotas or minimums. The thing I love about this Juice Plus business structure is that it's completely different than a traditional business model. A traditional business model is like a pyramid, a triangle, and you have the CEO at the top, and there's only one CEO. And then, there are people at the bottom are trading dollars for hours, usually minimum wage, and they have to work their way to the top. Very unlikely that people at the bottom make it to the top, and it's usually super competitive. The thing about Juice Plus, it's completely opposite that. You take that same triangle, you flip it upside down, and we all come in at the same level. So it doesn't matter what our background is, whether you're a doctor, a physical therapist, a personal trainer, a bartender, a teacher, a stay-at-home mom, we all come in at the same level. We all have the exact same compensation plan. We all have the same opportunity and the capability to reach the top level. And the only way we get to the top level is by helping others. The more people we help, that's how we work our way up. So we help people with their health goals, and we help them change their lifestyle, which is what's so amazing about this business. And unlike the typical CEO at the top, we have this model where there can be as many people as who start can make it to that top level. And once you make it to that top level, it's like you're working for a big company, even though you're owning your own company. You get full benefits: medical, dental, tuition reimbursement, holiday bonuses. The list goes on and on. It's amazing benefits. So it's a great company that you would want to be part of. So how do you get started? When you decide to partner with us, you decide what products you want to get started on based on your budget, and then you earn the retail sales profit back on those products. You also make commissions and bonuses, and we get promoted as we build team. So there's a couple of myths that I just want to touch on. So a lot of people, when they join this type of business, they think that they have to be a really good salesperson and know a lot of people. So as far as being a salesperson, you don't need to be a really good salesperson. I actually personally hate selling things. What we do is we share a product that we're already using and that we love. Once you start on these products, I know you're going to love them and you're going to want to tell your family and friends about it. Every day people ask me, who's your favorite restaurant, or where do you get your haircut, or where do you get your nails done? And we share and recommend places all the time, and we don't get compensated for it. And so with this business, that's all it is. We're getting compensated for sharing a product that we're already using and that we already love. And then as far as knowing a lot of people, it's really, you don't need to know a lot of people. You do need to know a few. This business is very duplicatable. So it's a teach business. So when I came in, Amanda introduced me to the business. I introduced it to Bekki and Stacy. So I knew a couple people, they introduced it to a couple people, and then it just duplicates. And so that's how we do this business. So, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know that many people. That is okay. You're a connector to other people. The third myth that I just wanted to touch on, it's usually the big elephant in the room. People wonder, is this a pyramid scheme? Is it one of those things? It is not. Pyramid schemes have been illegal since the 1970s. This business has been around, this company has been around for over 50 years. This product has been around over 25 years. The product has never been recalled. It's an amazing product. The founder of the company is still involved in the business today. It's a company with a heart that gives back to the community. And it is just an amazing business and company that is not going anywhere. I love how this business ticks so many boxes. I call it a business in a box. You get to own your own business, you get to work for yourself, but you're never by yourself. You don't have the risk of a traditional business like I do owning my own PT clinic. There's no overhead expenses, and you don't have the stress that goes along with a traditional business. We're here to support you. The community and team is amazing. Instead of me talking more and more about how much I love this business, I'm actually going to turn it over to my good friend, Bekki, and she's going to tell you why she said yes to the business and why she loves it.
Hi everyone, my name is Bekki Fay. I live here in Sacramento, California. I'm originally from Boston, where I worked in a cubicle for 15 years and I was miserable. I sat in traffic for 1 to 2 hours every day. I was told when I could take time off. I may or may not get a promotion or a bonus. So basically I lived for the weekends, and there just aren't enough weekends in the year to do that. So my husband and I moved out here 6 years ago, and after about 2 months of unpacking and getting settled, it was time to look for a job. And I would just panic, not because I didn't want to work. I just hadn't found anything in general that I was really passionate about that got me out of bed in the morning. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I did know what I didn't want. And going back to that cubicle life, I really was just looking to work from home for a little bit of flexibility. So around that time, I was introduced to Juice Plus, and I started flooding my body with these magic beans. After a few months, I noticed all my cystic acne went away, my joint pain was gone, I had improved digestion, better recovery from workouts, and more energy. So I ended up joining the business at the same time I started taking the products, really having no idea what in the world this was about, but I love sharing health and fitness with people, so I just jumped right in. So my story's changed over the last year. My reasons for doing this have not changed, but my belief has gotten even stronger. I had 3 part-time jobs. I was the executive director of a nonprofit. I was a sales associate at a winery, and I also coached CrossFit. And last year I lost all of those jobs. So my only income is my Juice Plus business. But working this business consistently, part-time over the last 6 years has now allowed me for this to go from a plan D to a plan A. What was my 4th stream of income is now my sole income, making more than my other 3 jobs combined. And you know what's the coolest? Your paycheck is a direct reflection of how many people you've helped, whether that's helping them take a step towards better health, helping inspire and educate, helping grow a business of their own. I have jumped into personal development. I've learned so much about myself. I've stepped out of my comfort zone, and I've done things I never in a million years thought I would do. And what's crazy is that it's just been so much fun. So I'm more passionate than ever to share this opportunity. I have seen growth. I have seen breakthroughs. I have seen lives change. And now more than ever, we're craving community and connection. And this juicy community, we are surrounded by people every single day that want to not only see you succeed, but help you in the process and achieve your goals. We love and support you. We encourage and motivate and celebrate each other. And these people have become my family, most of who I didn't even know 6 years ago. So whether you're craving love, community, health, finances, we have all of that and so much more. And as Hilary said, it's only $52 to own your own franchise. I have spent $52 on a lot of things, and I've never gotten a paycheck back from them. So this company, this mission to inspire healthy living around the world and this community has forever changed my life. And for that, I'm extremely grateful, and I will never stop sharing this gift. I think, Amanda, I'm going to pass it on to you.
Thanks, Bekki. Oh my gosh, I love your story. Hi, everyone. Thanks for hopping on the call. And just want to introduce myself. My name's Amanda Wright, and I live in Denver, Colorado. I have a husband, John, and 2 boys. They are 11 and 13 now. And I started this business really having, again, like Bekki, no idea what it could be for me. I was a mom that didn't feel like I was doing anything well at the time. My boys were 3 and 5. I was working in healthcare. I was a physical therapist. And I would go to work. And if you've ever had one of those jobs where literally I looked at my watch from the time I walked in until the time I walked out, because I was just burnt out. And I didn't want to do what I was doing for the next 20, 30 years. And I was only, around 40 years old. And so I knew something had to change. I didn't know what it was. I thought about going back to school. And it just, this Juice Plus company found me through a total stranger. I love the idea of the products. Getting more fruits and veggies in my kids was a no-brainer for sure. And the company, I was open enough to take a look. And that's what I can say, is that I took one step at a time. I signed up as a franchise partner. I signed up for the $52. And like Hilary, I didn't like to sell anything, but I loved health. I loved helping people with their health. I loved prevention. And I knew that more people needed to be out there talking about prevention. And this gave me a vehicle to do it. And so I started hosting events, Salad in a Jar, Wine and Wellness, sharing at health fairs. And the more that I talked to people, the more I knew that they needed to know about this, these awesome fruits and veggies in a capsules, and especially for their kids. And so I took my business. About 3 years into the business, we got a chance to move to Uganda. So our business is flexible, right? It's basically on our phone or computer. So I took my business with me a million miles away, it felt like, and continued to share with people in Uganda. It's global. So I was sharing with people in the UK and Australia and New Zealand. And I really caught a vision then that I didn't want to go back. I knew we'd move back to the US, and I didn't want to go back to that job that I didn't like. And so I thought, what if I just spend some time right now really sharing and connecting with people so I can reach that top position and not go back to that job. And that's really was my focus. And so for 3 years while we were there, I did just that. I connected with people on social media, let them know about the business, the products. I became a product of the product, and I absolutely loved what it was doing to our family. And I did reach that top position. It's called National Marketing Director. And really what that means is that our team has helped a lot of people with their health. We've helped a lot of people get started in that next step. And so now I came back to Denver, and I actually let my physical therapy license expire, which I can't believe I did, but I was just so ready for that next step. I love the personal development piece. I love the connection. I love the flexibility. I love that I can decide when I work, where I work, who I work with. I never have to tell anyone I want the day off. And so that's, just such an important value of mine. And so, yeah, I can't say enough about what we get to do and what we get paid to do. I call it the ultimate pay it forward business. We get to help people with their health. We get to help people with their finances. We take some stress off of marriages. We get to have fun and just really love the connection in the community. So I am so grateful that you are joining us to hear our stories, and I encourage everyone to at least be open enough to take a look, because it's an amazing company and business.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, ladies, so much. I don't think I can hear all of your stories enough. It's like I love them more and more every single time I hear them. So I so appreciate everyone sharing tonight and sharing your stories as well. And I'm sure everybody listening can just see why we are just so passionate. You know, not only have we fallen in love with the products, but this business has really made such a positive impact on us in so many different ways. So if you're listening tonight to this call and anything resonates with you, whether it's the product and you want to improve your own health, or you know someone who this may help, or maybe it's the business and you're looking for something where you can help people, but also where you can dream bigger for yourself. So we always like to leave with the question, just as Hilary asks herself, we like to leave with the question, what if, what if our products could help you improve your health in ways that you didn't realize? What if the business could, be your plan B, or what if it could be your plan A? So if you are listening tonight and anything sounds like something you want to learn more about, definitely be sure to contact the person that got in touch with you and invited you to the call. And again, we just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We know lives can be busy. We know, our weeks can be crazy. So we appreciate you taking the time, and we hope you all have a wonderful night. I'm going to stop the recording.